What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. Back here to talk about essential top 5, technically top 6 filmmaking accessories that will ease your life and make it better and even enhance your videos to a degree in the world of filmmaking. Yes, filmmaking accessories that will help you out. And I have a few here. Of course, you can't see everything because, well, I don't have my camera or my table's really low and it doesn't rise. I'm saying, real very desk. Can we talk? But before we get into the video, make sure you guys ignite the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that YouTube informs you when I drop videos. Yes, YouTube won't let you know a thing unless you hit the notification bell. So go ahead and do that right there. Now let's kick back, chillax, and see what's cracking. And of course, I said top 5. I said top 6 technically because I am going to say something about the gimbal here. And this is what you want. This is your primary bread and butter unless you build a rig and or you get like a rail system to shoot on. Right now I'm using a gimbal, in which you might be able to still do a rail system on here, but not this gimbal because I think the payload would be too much. You probably want a Crane 2S or Ronin S, or maybe even a slightly even more heavy duty gimbal. But this is going to be your primary bread and butter right here, is a gimbal for filmmaking. This is how you get optimal stability and smooth shots. Yes, whether it's for A-roll or B-roll, you want something that you can control, put your camera on, and make it so much more easier to get your pan shots, You can run, you can walk with, I mean, I don't know about running per se, but you can still run and get very stable shots. And then of course in post, you can still use some stabilizer effects or software that will help ease some of the little jitters and or slight movements to further smoothing out your shot. So gimbal, yes, right here, this is the Weibo S from Zhiyun. I love it already. This is the one I've been eyeballing because of this piece right here, because I can easily throw this into sling mode where I can get shots like this, and then I can still grip this because I got this piece here, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, the gimbal only comes with the feet. It does not come with this grip. This is an accessory that I'm talking about. And really, these accessories are kind of mixed with the camera and gimbal based to make sure that you get the most and best out of the gimbal that you purchase. And so with the Weibo S here, the first piece of item I would suggest is get this small rig handle here. Now, unless you can find another feet/hand grip from Zhiyun, which I don't know why they don't sell these separately because I couldn't find them. Small rig has a beautiful handle here that comes with an L wrench. So if you need to do any wrenching of the sorts, Peak Design or whatever, it's right in the heel or basically top part of the gimbal right here. So I don't know if it'll focus so you can see that. Beautiful. And then you got this piece down here that locks in place. Now, the reason why this also goes good by itself is because you don't have to buy an additional quick release plate from Zhiyun. I learned the hard way. Even though it's 20 bucks, I still learned the hard way. This locks into place because both here and I believe the one on the bottom here has locking mechanisms for the feet anyway. So the feet have, as you guys can see here, a locking switch. This locking switch allows it to lock in place so you can't actually twist it on and off. Now, I wish Zhiyun would have included that on the quick release plate, which is the next item here. Now, this is it. This is the little box that comes in Zhiyun's quick release plate, this is the second one. Is it doesn't have those same locking mechanisms, which is why I can't use this one in unison with the small rig handle grip, because I can't lock it into place. So it actually, as you guys can probably see from this side, it scratches up the bottom of it right there. And so for those purposes, I just removed this from this piece right here and just screwed this in directly into the Weibo as you can, and using the locking mechanism of the small rig grip along with the way they designed it, so you can actually, this doesn't have to move, you can screw it in right here and that's how you can lock it essentially. It's actually pretty good because I can actually show you here. If I wanted to close your feet down, all you gotta do is pull down on the grip and this slides off. So, you know, if I didn't have this other grip on here that I'll get into in a second, this is how you can easily compartmentalize the gimbal so that you can pack it away really easily. And then when you want to pack it back, just slide it back down and slide it back in, and you're good to go. So accessory number one, technically the gimbal, but the gimbal, but accessory number one would be the small grip here to add an additional gripping place. So if you're getting slingshots, you can have two positions to hold on to. You don't always have to grip the middle piece here that has all that houses all the settings and buttons. You can avoid that there. And then of course, if you want to hold on to the feet and bottom here to get slingshots or even get standard gimbal shots, now you are able to do so with ease. The other accessory, and then accessory number 2 or 3, depending on if you want to count the gimbal, is the Zhiyun quick release plate, so that way you can easily remove stuff without always having to screw and unscrew the grips on and off. Now, accessory number 3/4 would be this URig gimbal grip. This is the box for it right here, and you can position it however you want to, on either side or in the front or in the back, however, whatever fits your setup. Now for me, I like it for my left hand as opposed to my right hand. And the beautiful thing about this grip, it has multiple mounting plates. So if you want to mount additional items or components to the grip, you can. Or you can also possibly even thread. Oh no, never mind, you can't. So scratch what I was about to say about that threading piece. And that's the same thing here. You kind of have additional mounting places for the grip here that if you wanted to mount stuff onto. But what's beautiful is you have a cold shoe mount right here. So I don't know if you can see that, but you got a cold shoe mount right there. And you can mount a monitor there. You can mount a microphone there. You can mount whatever you need to there in unison with your camera that's mounted right here. And it's not in the way of you getting whatever shots you're trying to get. And that's the beautiful thing about this grip. And then you can add additional accessories. So maybe somehow you want to add a battery pack on here, maybe, and you just want to I don't know, I just do battery pack out there. But the point is you can accessorize further with this gimbal grip here, or the small rig handle grip here, or this side piece here, this side mount here on the grip. There's a cheese plate mount that you can actually get. I'll be getting it one day. But you can add this here to actually further extend and maybe add a monitor that way. So maybe you didn't want to use the monitor here. You want to use a monitor here. Maybe you want to use a microphone here. So that way you have a complete setup. Microphone here, mount here in front of it. So that way you don't interfere with hitting your mic or whatever. And you have like a whole complete setup. So if I were you, I'd also kind of work on your shoulder muscles, work on your triceps, you know what I'm saying, biceps, because this will start getting heavy. But that's the beautiful thing about a gimbal, is you can accessorize it and make it a cine rig without being like a true cine rig with rails. You can still make a cine rig out of a gimbal and keep it pushing. So now, out of the more physical accessories and more the technical accessories, if you want to be able to shoot outdoors or shoot where like you can kind of maintain similar lighting for your video, you want to be able to get a filter, an ND filter specifically. And this is the one I have that I was finally able to get, but I bought it like 4 or 5 days prior to Peter McKinnon and Polar Pro releasing a version 2 of this, which basically just improved the click stops between 2 and 5 or 6 and 9, depending on which one you get. And they also have a mist filter now that adds like a glowy effect and softens the image, so that way you can kind of get like a cinematic look when it comes to video. So I got this Polar Pro here. It comes in this beautiful silver casing right here. You know, upon opening this, it's magnetic. You get your Peter McKinnon tough guard there that you can use to apply the filter onto the camera, and then take this piece off and you got your filter. I finally was able to use this one time. It was in the Sony Vlog Challenge. I probably put some footage up right here, and I got some stuff of the wife, and then I was testing out the vortex mode on here, because that's one of the modes I really like using on the Ronin SC back at the Sony camera camp. I like vortex mode because you get those nice dope kind of rotating shots and then get creative with it. So I like that. One of the things I do want to do is kind of add like a focus system on here. That way I can control, if not the focus, the ND filter. Back on the filter, I got the 2 to 5 stop. The reason being is I don't shoot in the winter, like down here, winter time isn't very bright because there's not a lot of snow. So one, I don't need the 6 and 9 stop to prevent or basically impede all that light bouncing off the snow into the lens or the sensor. So 2 to 5 is good enough for me because this beautifully controls lighting outside. Now, I also caught myself shooting post 5 o'clock where it's not as bright and the sun is from a different angle as opposed to straight down. So I will be probably testing this in more harsher conditions, but 2 to 5 is more than enough for me because I also don't mind stopping down from wide open at 1.8, 2.8 to 4, f4. I find f4 to be a very comfortable spot to still get good separation, background blur, bokeh, as they would say. And so for me, 2 to 5 was perfectly fine. Now it's $250 for this. I think you might be able to find it for $244, $240, maybe $235, seeing as Mark II is out. You might be able to find this a little bit cheaper. Links will be in the description. I got the 82mm. I don't have no lens that's an 82mm. But lenses that I want to get in the future, if they are 82mm, I want to be secured with that, and that's why I got 82. So what's the next accessory you need? If indeed you get a larger sized filter for your lens, you get a step-up ring. And I also got Polar Pro's knurled step-up ring, which allows for better control, like better gripping. With the knurled edges, it's like just more grippy to be able to take off. It's brass, and it's dope. I got a 67 to 82 because that's my largest size right now. I have two 67mm threaded lenses in the Sigma 16 and my Sony 85-1.8. So I use this in conjunction with this to put that on those two lenses. These are very good accessories. These are like also kind of basic accessories. It's really to just kind of get you into the motion. And after that, you want to get a monitor and stuff like that, so that way you can see your footage better, see it more clearly, add LUTs. I don't even know what LUTs really are right now, but as I learn, because my editor doesn't do LUTs, and therefore I have not had the necessity to learn about LUTs, but as I expand, I will learn what LUTs are. But monitors allow the access to be able to do that, control peaking even better, and not have to only operate off your camera's viewfinder. So a monitor is probably next on that list after kind of getting the basics, being able to shoot outdoors, be able to get smooth footage, and be able to easily control your footage without any hassle. That's what you want to be able to do, and to be able to easily be able to take apart the gimbal to be able to package it away. So these are accessories that I have that I've gotten recently as a result of being able to do more videography. And I hope that this helped you guys out if you guys are in the realm of trying to do so yourself, enter videography, cinematography, videos, period. Just an idea of what some things you should look out for on your journey. Again, if you have any other additional tips or accessories that I should keep in mind or keep an eye out on, leave comments down in the section, below. Ooh, can't talk. But again, if you haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that YouTube informs you when I drop videos, because they won't let you know otherwise. And that way we can sit back, chillax, and see what's cracking. But your boy Versatile signing out, and until the next video, wait for it.